Welcome to Movie Lover News. I'm your host, Tyrone Rubin, doing the show with Alex, bringing you the #1 movie news show on Earth. They are currently shooting the Clint Eastwood directed film Hoover, otherwise titled J. Edgar, which is a biopic of FBI director J. Edgar Hoover's, which is focusing on his scandalous career and controversial private life as a homosexual and rumoured cross-dresser. Leonardo DiCaprio is playing J. Edgar Hoover, and a couple of additional people have been added to the cast, some who we've known about before, and some new people have joined DiCaprio, who's playing J. Edgar Hoover. Armie, who played Tyler and Cameron Winklevoss in The Social Network, is playing real-life character Clyde Tolson. Naomi Watts is playing Helen Grady. Josh Lucas is playing Charles Lindbergh. Ed Westwick is playing Agent Smith. And legend Judi Dench is playing Anne Marie Hoover. Dustin Black has written the script for J. Edgar. He won an Oscar for his screenplay Milk in 2009 and wrote and directed a film this year called What's Wrong with Virginia. This year, Clint Eastwood directed, produced and composed the music for the film Hereafter, and he's going to be producing this film J. Edgar alongside two of Hollywood's biggest producers, Brian Grazer and Ron Howard. The cinematographer who's shooting J. Edgar is Tom Stern, who has shot most of Clint Eastwood's previous films: Invictus, Gran Torino, Changeling, Letters from Iwo Jima, Flags of Our Fathers, $1 Million Baby, and Mystic River. So it's going to be a really collaborative effort for this film. It's going to be great to see producers Ron Howard and Brian Grazer join this film. Just a little bit of a brief history on John Edgar Hoover. He was the first director of the Federal Bureau of Investigations, the FBI, in the United States. He was appointed director of the Bureau of Investigation, which was the predecessor for the FBI in 1924. And he was instrumental in founding the FBI in 1935, and he remained director of the FBI until his death in 1972. So it's going to be really great to see this film with Leonardo DiCaprio starring in it. Clint Eastwood has never worked with DiCaprio before. And one of the other reasons I'm excited about this film is because currently alive, I feel that Clint Eastwood is the greatest living film icon at the moment, who's acted in some of the greatest westerns, he's directed films, he's acted in films throughout his life. And when he was shooting Invictus in South Africa, I was lucky enough to follow him around sets for an entire day just to watch him work. And it's great to see him still directing films. After this film's finished, Clint Eastwood is set to direct A Star is Born. It will be the fourth big screen adaptation of this film, telling the story of a young woman who enters show business. She meets and falls in love with an established male star, only to find her career ascending while it goes into decline. Beyoncé Knowles has been announced as the female lead in A Star is Born. The first A Star is Born film was in 1937, where it had Janet Gaynor as Vicky Lester and Frederick March as Norman Maine, and it was directed by William A. Wellman. The second film version of A Star is Born was in 1954, where Judy Garland played Vicky Lester and James Mason played Norman Maine. The third version of A Star is Born was in 1976, where Barbara Streisand played Esther Hoffman and Chris Christopherson played John Norman Howard. So this fourth version of having Clint Eastwood, who composes most of the scores for his film. It'll be great to see him do a musical-based film, A Star is Born, with one of the greatest female artists alive at the moment, Beyonce, starring in it. There are rumors of who's going to star alongside her as the male lead, but it's not confirmed yet. So after J. Edgar is released next year, 2012, we'll have Clint Eastwood jump on board directing A Star is Born. Thanks for watching Movie Lover News. I just want to say thank you to 3 people who I've randomly selected, who've said some great comments on the show. On my recent show, The Iceman, Goodfellas 1001 says, "Wow, He didn't know they were making a movie about the Iceman, and he saw the real-life interviews of the guy who was the cold-blooded killer, and he said that it's a great premise, but too terrible to be true. On one of my previous shows, The Retreat, and Kid Doc 1, where the show was about Jamie Bell, Cillian Murphy, and Tandy Newton making a film called The Retreat. There was a long comment, very interesting, by Anki Doc backing up the acting talent of Jamie Bell, and someone who commented on The Hobbit, one of the Hobbit shows I did, Michael Mop, says that he's so fucking excited. Yes, this movie will be marked in my brain, just like Lord of the Rings, for sure. So thanks for everyone who's commenting. I'm trying to reply to all the comments. And you can reach us on movielovernews.com or through our YouTube channels. Thanks for watching. I'm your host, Tyrone Rubin.